For more than a decade, a prime Naoya Inoue has turned livers to dusts and made scores of men bow to his knockout power.
And another right hand.
However, new beasts are brimming up with ferocity, and with the monster already in the later stage of his career, the 32-year-old is in trouble if he fights these three knockout artists in the peak of their powers who are next in line to face the monster. This is fighting his art. Let's get into it. The list of killers opens with the short monster from Meyerside. Nick the Wrecking Ball destroys giants much bigger than him.
Through. Punch after punch coming to Doheny's way. Can't get out of the way of it. Michael Alexander poised. And again, these are cracking shots from Ball. Oh, fantastic.
The 5'2" monster is the Tyson of the lower divisions and showcases a predatory instinct in the ring. In his latest fight, Nick clashed against Naoya's previous opponent, Doheny. Fighting for the WBA world title, Ball promised to deliver an even bigger beatdown than the monster. In the beginning, Ball ate shots.
But Nick Ball has got a great habit of pushing the opponent back, but that's decent undercard at Wembley.
But he soon turned up the tempo.
Ball catches in there. Just falling short with that long right hand.
And added extra torque to his punches.
The right hand that makes him pay.
The Wrecking Machine displayed machismo.
Just experimenting here now. Against a very cagey opponent now.
But Doheny was proving he was no slouch.
The WBA featherweight title. Big fights down the line for a man who's really making waves. Seen as an inspiration who won this title against Kid Galahad at 35.
And Ball suffered shots like never before.
To finish with a flourish. Now Doheny's turn to try and get the champion. 3 punches. Going to work again here with Doheny, and the ball's got to raise the tempo, which is what he's trying to do right now, and the crowd responding to that.
The tide soon changed, and the Brit was now doing all the damage.
Good body shot from Doheny. Oh, really good shots, 2 sharp shots. Just
a big right made Doheny take a step back.
Feet more, Fletch. When he's hitting and moving.
And he showed no respect for the elderly with uppercuts.
He felt the full force of that one. Here. He's trapped in his other Doheny. And there's very little coming back. And Nick Ball can sense the finish. And Mike was from Nick Ball. Strong opening minute and a half from Ball. And
now looking severely damaged, Doheny landed a low blow looking for a way out.
Staring at Doheny. How benefit the man is getting it.
But his death note was signed, releasing shots from all angles. Nick pulverized Doheny harder than Naoya Inoue did.
Uppercut gone through. Punch after punch coming Doheny's way. Can't get out of the way of it. Doheny in his own corner. How much is left? Still he continues.
And that was the end.
The base of this. Incredible bottle. Absolutely incredible.
Despite only weighing 126 pounds, Ball has power in his fists that could knock out a horse. Going against Jesus Ramirez and swinging from his hips, he made his opponent eat the dust in only 30 seconds. Relishing the chance to give him a proper send-off to the Shadow Realm, Ball released an uppercut that could have terminated his rival if it landed cleanly. He then followed up with right hands that made the referee run to the rescue of Ramirez. Winning the WBA featherweight title and becoming a world champion, Ball made his first defense in his hometown and collided against the American Ronnie Rios. Ball wasted no time in unleashing the killer combinations.
A razor-sharp jab and you can keep your distance, then Nick Ball is gonna... A lot of Ball's opponents don't realise Ball. He's got a terrific jab as well, and he delivers it with a lot... Try and claim something back in this round.
Exhibiting power rarely found in the lower weight classes, Ball's every shot rocked his adversary.
Big shots going in from Nick Ball. Time to win.
In the 3rd round, the shots disconnected Rios's feet from his brain.
And again, these are cracking shots from Ball. Oh, fantastic.
Ball devastated his opponent to the cheers of the bloodthirsty Liverpool audience.
Ball is irrepressible. Ball seems unstoppable. Ball, and he's running, but when he actually lets his hands go for him. Look at that first shot there again from Nick Ball. It's absolutely devastating. Volume of punches. And look at this again, what an attack. Front throw from Rios. Oh. Rios backs onto the ropes again, takes 2 or 3.
Again, the Wrecking Ball dropped Rios with a clean left hook to the jaw.
He goes over Rios.
At this point, the cheers of the fans turned into sounds of concerns for Rio's safety.
Oh, lovely shot again from Nick. And as I say that, Paul, then look at this attack now from him. Jab to set up the power shots that follow. Excellent.
A brutal barrage sent Rios crashing outside the ropes.
Rises with Nicky Ball. Pouring on the pressure. Rios is out of the ring.
Blinking in and out of consciousness, saving the American was in the hands of the referee.
It's beyond words. And the towel is coming. The towel's in. It's all over. And Nicky Ball has
Now, set up for a stellar 2025, his biggest test awaits him. Speaking of future pound-for-pound greats, Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez is the youngest active titleist in the sport. At the age of 17, he was already turning veterans into scared chickens in Mexico.
Rodriguez now starting to open up his offense a little bit more. Lands a big hook to the head. We're in the middle of the ring. Rodriguez landing a jab and another combination of the head.
Negrete right now.
Negrete with his mouth open now. Rodriguez unleashing combinations and down goes Negrete.
In about 90 seconds, Bam had sucked out Negrete's will for battle. In 2022, a 22-year-old Rodriguez made the biggest statement of his career against one of the toughest boxers in the sport. His enemy, Srisaket Sor Rungvisai, was an unbreakable legend who held an indubitable record of 43 knockouts. Not only did he carry a heavy punch, but he also had an iron chin and had not been knocked out in over 54 fights. From the early going, using his quickness, Rodriguez would get in, connect, and by the time Sor Rungvisai would unload, the 22-year-old would already be out of there.
Big straight left followed by a jab. He gets there. Almost took his ropes off his feet. Well, we know that Rodriguez is a big fan. So Rungvisai is an expert.
In the fourth round, a right hand almost sent his rival to the canvas, and Bam, smelling blood, closed in.
Jab and the power jab. Look at that power from the outside. We're seeing out with the hold and in with the no. A left hand we are seeing is incredible. He's going to be able to hurt this young champion.
And the boy from Mexico showed there is a new guard in the land of the super flyweights. During the seventh round, a left hook to the temple sent Sor Rungvisai to the canvas.
Oozing out of Rodriguez as he cracks him again. 4 minutes of the lifetime.
Then Rodriguez made sure that Sor Rungvisai wouldn't make it to round 9, releasing an overhand left, followed by a barrage of power shots. He kept going until the referee waved it off to successfully defend his title for the first time.
Are we going to see the end? It's over at the age of 22.
He became the first Gen Z boxer to defend belts in 2 weight divisions. Well, being a double champ and the unified champ of the flyweight division, Bam wanted more belts and immediately called out WBC and Ring Magazine counterpart Juan Francisco Estrada, an absolute legend from Mexico. From the opening bell, Bam set the tone by asserting nimble footwork and slick boxing.
Hurt you. That's very tricky for him to let go of that shot.
One thing we see from Estrada is that he can do things like that. A nice right hand connects. He never lets momentum.
Estrada boxed Rodriguez well during the early stages.
Volume puncher. Lovely shot there from Rodriguez.
Estrada goes to the body. Not the same bounce in the step of El Gallo right now. Estrada, when he tries to go to the body with...
You miss, it makes you pay.
Nice shot there from Bam. Another uppercut from Bam.
Estrada's still buzzed. I don't like the way his knees are buckling when he misses. It was a right hook right to the temple. The left side of the temple of Estrada. Beautiful adjustment. There's that body.
Only for Bam to punish him with a straight left hand for a knockdown.
Punches.
The rest of his head with that.
Nice uppercut.
And he followed up with vicious shots.
Higher version of himself. Now Gallo is in a big one.
By Estrada.
Bam Rodriguez is menaced.
Gets some space for that uppercut. A giant and a legend like Gallo Estrada. Oh, look at that. That's just beautiful.
In the sixth, the veteran managed to shock the younger fighter with a flash knockdown. He doubled the jab to hide his lateral movement before landing the heavy right hand, though Bam ended that round strongly.
Good job. Look at that. That was just beautiful.
Rodriguez. Hard right hand.
In round 7, Bam was angry and was now ready to unleash.
Between two greats. Now this is the fight we thought we would see.
Adopting Gordon Ryan's liver steak recipe, Bam pivoted on his lead foot and sat on a piercing liver shot in the 7th that folded El Gallo in a heap of pain that he couldn't come back from.
Away in that round, if you didn't see, you know this is about as good as it gets.
From point A to point B, nothing coming around the guard right now. Anytime Gallo starts to look good, Bam just swings away.
To some fans, never did they think in their lives that they would see Estrada get stopped. For years, no one even came close to stopping this man, and Bam just wiped down the future Hall of Famer. The victory moved Bam to number 5 on the pound-for-pound list. Naoya Inoue is scheduled to fight this beast next.
Rounds it is ready.
After completing a list of high-level oppositions and become the youngest unified ruler in boxing history,
He's absolutely quality.
And then he's coming back just as Iwasa looked like he was on the back foot here.
Uzbekistan's Murodjon MJ Akmadaliev has been eyed by the fans as the man to give Naoya Inoue his first loss. In April 2021, fighting in his home country of Uzbekistan, MJ faced Japanese legend Ryosuke Iwasa. That night, he gave the Uzbekistan audience the bloodbath they came for. Wasting no time, he went for the finish.
Atmosphere, and he just wasn't right that.
And Murodjon exchanged comfortably in the pocket,
A couple of times, but it's only going to be
Ended clean.
good stuff. And then there's that up.
proving to not be scared of the fire.
And Akmadaliev. Good right hand work, lead hand.
Discouraged the forward progress of Murodjon.
But the veteran Ryosuke Iwasa was no slouch,
Bit of blood from the nose of MJ there, Akmadaliev.
and he posed to be a true challenge.
Quality fights like this though between good opponents,
Yeah,
good fighters
really
at this level.
Yeah.
And the sort of the
Well, only for a short while.
Attacks behind the
good
jabs.
shot. That's a good
Set up.
He landed it there. It was a good shot.
Look for
There
it
you
again.
go again. That was a nice shot again, and a little right uppercut inside from him.
So nice response.
In round 5, MJ peppered him with stinging punches, making the Japanese shiver in his timbers.
Getting caught clean. Now he's back.
He threw 2 jabs to the body. He got a reaction from the Wasa, and he banged the uppercut in, and it started this barrage.
And there's an even.
An incredible succession of 1-2s drained Ryosuke's health bar completely.
He's absolutely quality.
And then he's coming back just as Iwasa looked like he was on the back foot.
It's
Here
over.
he goes, and he stopped it.
A champion and is challenging for another world title tonight.
Showcasing his ability to overcome true adversity, Murodjon was booked in a title eliminator against Kevin Gonzalez and found himself on the brink of disaster. At the onset, MJ was getting smudged upstairs.
The star. I thought it was because of Michael Jackson.
That's exactly what it
Hold that left hand with the same.
is. There is an avenue for a right uppercut to land.
Gonzalez looked to take his head off with every shot.
He's doing there. Sneak his foot in.
With that broken hand.
The right hands, though not landing cleanly, were doing damage.
I think it's going to be all Akmadaliev. That's MJ's fight. Fighting.
Gonzalez here doing the
Well, MJ woke up and was now ready to moonwalk on his opponent.
Smiling ear to ear.
Stephen Akmadaliev is able to just, go from left to right.
Ooh, that left.
Like a bull to the slaughter, Gonzalez couldn't eat what MJ threw in return.
And he's having a little success here at the start of the round, but it just got caught. The knee is down with a big shot that clearly hurt him. And he's getting caught again. There's no accident here.
And like a predator, he landed everything on him but the kitchen sink.
Uppercut.
Code red time here for Gonzalez. MJ going for the kill.
That left uppercut is going to land again.
MJ needed blood, and the finishing shots were in array.
Seems to be hurting it. Oh, man. The body language is all wrong. He's trying to convince himself he's not hurt. But the body's telling. What they call that?
His adversary was now nothing more than a punching bag.
Still plenty of time in this round. He goes down.
That's just the feet getting tangled up. That's a good shot there from Akmadaliev.
1-2. Things landing.
By round 8, the cheers turned to sounds of concern for Gonzalez, who was getting annihilated.
See that one single bomb, that's a flurry of punches will open up that shot instead of just looking for that one single.
Credit for getting back up. Oh, there was the uppercut. He should wave it off right now. Gonzalez.
The finishing shot was out of a Creed movie.
This is the definition of a
That is it.
In his latest fight, Ricardo Espinoza was the unlucky fighter standing across from MJ in the interim WBA Super Bantamweight title contest. He pelted his rival with the kryptonite weapon.
I just fell off the back of Espinoza's shorts. Hopefully for him, that's...
Simultaneously there, strong shots, but there was success before that.
MJ set traps and crushed his rival with brutal return shots.
Stoppages that he does have, but still, you're back and then he's turning that corner because that right hand is a lot further away than the left hand. And a lovely...
In the third round, MJ decided to close the show.
Akmadaliev.
A big left hook made his opponent regret his decision to step in the ring with Murad Jun.
Left hand again.
And he's finding the range. The first couple of rounds he was really...
Over he goes. There were those who questioned.
Then, he sent him back crashing once more.
That was a brilliant punch picker.
Right, left, right, left. Now he's...
Getting a third chance to send Espinoza to the Shadow Realm, MJ obliged.
One backward step from Espinoza. Typical mental reaction to getting put down. He's swinging it out.
The accuracy of these shots are so impressive. Cannot miss.
The final shot was an invincible punch, speaking to MJ's proficiency in the ring.
And he's on the cusp of completing the hat-trick here, but still flailing. Throwing shots, and down he goes. One.
Which of these fighters has the best chance against Inoue? Let us know in the comments. If you like this video, then subscribe to this channel.